useless weapon still hit you.
Because I allowed it to. And it starts laughing.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I'm not going to action surge yet. But yeah, I'm not action surging yet. That's my end.
Okay. It is David's turn. And Ally's turn in general. First we'll do Charlie. Charlie is terrified.
Yep.
But Archie, you notice something from about Charlie. Charlie looks at the dragon, and you can see his eyes sort of focus on the dragon as he's actually afraid. He's feeling fear, a very real human emotion. But then you see a face of determination come over Charlie. Charlie says, "I cannot deal with that problem, but I can deal with you." And both his hands flip down, revealing 2 arcane cannons. He's going to fire everything he can onto this knight. Cool. Blasting into the knight twice for 21 points of damage. And then stepping back from the dragon and trying to get less of a line happening. Just pew 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 up there. David, in his werewolf form, is shaking and terrified. He stands up and you see Scarlet. He is determined to help, and he's fighting with every fiber of his being to get closer to the dragon, but he cannot. He just stands there, stunned, trying to get closer but cannot. Their turn. David is still afraid and just stands there staring at the dragon, attempting to will himself to get closer, but he cannot. On the other hand, Charlie, you hear Charlie, Archie, as Charlie says, "This fear is not logical," at which point the fear ends.
Son of a bitch.
This fear stands against my logical reasoning, so I shall not see it anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, wish I could do that.
But David is going to be a problem. He's afraid and just standing there staring at the dragon, trying to get closer but can't. Archie.
Archie looks around the corner and at the dragon and starts to prepare a spell, faking it, as it starts fizzling in his hand. He's like, fuck. Damn it.
Make me a deception check.
Dead. I am feared though.
You are feared. So that's a 4. Loco says, I know you're more capable than that, little green man.
Well, I had to try something. I readjust my tie, and as I do, Mini Archie casts Tidal Wave inside its stomach.
Okay, can you roll? Okay, cool.
Tidal Wave. 30-foot long, 10-foot wide, 10-foot tall, amalgamation of water that doesn't disappear after the spell is cast. Is now inside it.
Scarlet, you're right in front of the dragon. You can hear its laughter. It's laughing really hard. When suddenly you hear the sound of an arcane bell go off within the dragon, followed by a sloshing of water, and the dragon's entire belly bulges outwards. The dragon immediately becomes too heavy for its own legs, and it sort of stands so confused, and it starts belching up water all over you, Scarlet.
At least I'm clean now.
Okay.
But the dragon takes 20 points of damage, and for the purposes of this, it's going to need to take an athletics or strength check.
He was already on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to need to make an athletics or strength check to move or attack against Archie's DC.
Ah, shit.
The dragon went from being this lean killing machine to this fat thing.
So Matt, I'm gonna give you a situation if I have to leave. All right.
Yep.
Do I get the roll against the fear at the end of my turn now, though?
You do,
First.
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll that. I'm no longer feared.
You're no longer feared.
As I adjust my tie, is with my cocky confidence of my plan.
Yep.
So next turn, if I'm not here,
Yes.
I am going to cast Ice Storm, trying to freeze all the water inside him.
Okay.
Jesus. I mean, if it works, it works.
As well as keep
Okay.
the storm inside. So, you know,
Yep. I like it.
that's my
Okay.
turn for now.
That's
And then
your turn for now.
obviously, as a finish move, if it goes longer than that, I'm gonna just fucking disintegrate him. So,
Okay.
yeah,
That's your turn. I like it.
yeah.
Well, Archie, you hear the sound of movement above you on a roof.
Archie's manifested mind is like invincible, right? He can't take damage.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, it's ethereal.
Archie, movement on the roof above you before suddenly a wyvern with a knight drops down right next to you.
Well, hello there.
This knight jumps down to face off against Charlie. This wyvern is riderless and sees a rampaging dragon, and it knows its survival instincts need it to leave. It jumps in the air and flies away.
Mort.
This guy is actually not in melee with you, Thanraya. He's on the roof above you.
Yep.
He flies over you and lands behind David, going for an easy kill. And this one jumps down off the roof and lands next to you and Kalaya. Archie, we'll do you first.
Also,
First thing-
since I'm not in the range to do any reactions, I'm gonna go eat real quick.
Okay, do that. Archie, wyvern is going to come in on you and attempt to bite you.
Okay.
Do you shield or anything?
Nope.
It bites you, Archie, for 11 points of damage.
Okay, that goes off my temp. I am now at 4.
Cool. It then attempts to sting you, Archie.
Cool.
26 to hit. For 8 points of piercing.
I'm gonna use a reaction now.
Okay.
I'm gonna swap with David.
Okay.
Because David's a werewolf, and the stinger is natural.
That is correct. The stinger hits and does nothing to David. David does take, however, 23 points of poison damage.
I nearly did. I nearly asked something really stupid.
Archie, you swap with David, and you hear the sound of the stinger, and then you hear the sound of David crying out in pain. before he goes silent.
That's fine.
That's funny.
The knight says, "Huh, that's odd. We'll finish him at our leisure." And the wyvern walks out here and calls out, "Master Soko, the werewolf boy is down." Soko says, Soko, in the middle of throwing up water, is unable to answer.
Gargle, gargle.
Gargle, gargle.
You're starting to sound like your mom, Soko.
Charlie takes a little bit of damage
Oh
from
god.
both. The stinger does hit Charlie, but Charlie can't be poisoned, so he's fine.
Ting.
This one here is going to attempt to hit you, Archie. The knight completely fails to hit you. And the wyvern fails to hit you,
Cool.
as they were expecting to hit at David.
Yep.
Thanrea, up here, this knight is going to attempt to hit you.
Yeah.
There's a 14 to hit and a 22 to hit, so the 22 will hit you.
Was that with disadvantage?
That was not.
Because I'm heavily obscured.
This is true. Never mind, he misses. Swings it twice on both and misses. The wyvern attempts to hit you. It's going to miss you. And its stinger is going to go for you. The stinger hits you, Thanrea, for a 24 to hit. That's disadvantage. It would have crit otherwise.
Okay, so the stinger hits me. Hold on. It takes 12 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And what's the damage, Dak?
It is 11 points of physical.
Yes.
26 points of poison.
So that's 70. You said 24?
26.
26. Okay.
And I need you to make no, sorry, make a con save, sorry. I failed to read this entirely. Yep, yeah, it's 26 damage. Sorry, it's succeed in the save, take half. That is the enemy's turn entirely. Baylor! Back with the Tycan v Failer fight. Tycan, you hear Failer saying repeatedly, I cannot fail, I have to succeed. And she stands up and she's shaking, barely able to stand. But you see Tycan a determination to do what must be done. She's going to swing at you 3 times with Black Rose.
Alright.
The first time is a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. Dumping a 3rd level spell slot. You take 16 points of splashing.
Mm-hmm.
7 points of necrotic, halved to 3. And an additional 22 points of necrotic, halved to 11.
Alright. Yes. Do I still need to make a con for the blind?
You do.
Right. And I'm going to
That
make
is a
one for my
success.
Shield of Faith.
Okay. You are fine on both counts. Her second attack comes through. Oh! That's a 30 to hit.
That'll miss.
Oh, okay, no, fair enough. You know. 30 to hit. She is going to do 12 points of slashing, plus
All
1
right.
point of necrotic, plus 13 points of necrotic, halved to 6. And I need you to make another con save against the blindness. That is a success. Her third and final strike. These are strikes in desperation. The third and final strike swings, and on a natural 1 will miss.
Oh,
You can
she was on a roll.
You can see Tyken. It's utter desperation.
I'm back. What happened? What I missed?
Wing.
I had to make 4 con saves. It's all right.
I see that.
Baylor
Before that.
has Tyken down to below half.
Yep.
Sounds like a you problem.
As she's desperately going, I can't let them down. I have to keep going. As she's doing that, Tyken, it is your turn to respond.
Oh, never mind. I see what happened. Archie took the shot for David.
First things first.
No,
Bonus
no, no.
action.
David took the shot for me, and then I took the shot for David.
Oh.
And now David is bleeding out.
I don't know why it says touch, but you know. Wait,
Yep,
hold on.
That's fine. That's fine. I understand what it means.
Aw, I was hoping it would hit him on the blowback. That would be funny. But no, it's only 15.
You are further away than that as well.
Yeah. Alright, let me know when you got that.
She fails and takes the full 14 points. That's at a cry of pain. But again, Tyken, she's pushed to one knee by the blast of cold. And again stands up. Fighting through it all.
Alright, first attack.
23 is going to hit her.
Next attack.
You roll the first one first.
Alright, first one.
How do you want to do it? Or
Non-lethally.
non-lethally. Cool. So you blast her with the cold, and she's shaking and barely able to stand. She's done a really good job against you, but she's barely able to stand. Icicles on her armor. How do you knock her out? Do you say anything as you do it?
So he's gonna do that with the weapon breath. He's gonna, you know. Also, just to check, I accidentally clicked the combat mode. I'm seeing that would have actually been a 20 to hit, or 21, something like that.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, 21 would still hit. Her armor class is 20 with the Shield of Faith.
Oh, okay, so even if it was 20 to hit, so when she like looks away from that, he raises his sword like he's gonna strike her down, but instead he just comes down with a pommel on her helmet.
Yep, like dunk.
Onk.
She hits the ground. Bonk. Just face first in the mud. And in the last few moments of consciousness, Tyken, you notice she can't let go of that glaive. The tendrils of rosy thorns wrapping in even tighter. Even unconscious, she cannot let go of it. And her last moments of consciousness are her saying, "I can't fail. I can't," and her hands are clawing in the mud. Before finally the hand stops moving and she's unconscious on the ground.
Alright, what Tyken will do now is he'll drag her and put her over here behind this wall.
Okay. You drag her over.
So I drag her over here behind the wall, and then like that, and start walking towards Dragon.
Cool. You aren't right here, but you're getting closer to the dragon. Next turn, you'll be able to get into combat.
He's just looking at me menacingly.
And Tyken, for flavor, your fight with Phaela took all your focus. When you finally turn your attention to the dragon, you see it's fat. It's suddenly fat, and it's throwing up water.
Pike is just gonna think to himself, that takes me back.
Natural turn, I think. Yes.
Yep. You know what? I will still keep the radiant consumption up, and I'll take the damage.
Okay. With that, then Rhea.
I am going to Misty Step behind the knight on the wyvern. So I'm going to be
Okay.
on the wyvern.
Okay, that's I'll allow it.
And then I'm going to attack this guy.
This guy here.
Yes. So I'm like, oh, I lost my token. There we go.
Hold on, I'll fix it. Move to front. There you go.
Okay, I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
That's fine. That's
yeah,
fine.
you
We know
get
you
what
are.
I mean. 27.
That hits him.
Cool.
17 points. Plus 23 lightning. Bang. He's bloodied from one hit. And that's also going to hit. Are you killing him?
Yes.
Okay. As you land behind him and just run your blade through, and he drops, just falls off the side of the weapon.
Now I'll go up the back of the wyvern. I'll grab it by the back of the head, and I'll just like bring my head around and look it in the eyes and say, "Piss off."
Okay.
And then I'll hop off and go back to Colette.
What's this new merciful Thanrea? I like it.
Make
I don't know
me
if that was
a.
merciful.
I'll get Thanrea to make me a intimidation check, please.
I mean, compared to
Wait,
what
wait,
Thanrea
wait,
used to do.
wait.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting.
You just murdered his rider in 2 shots. Like, you have advantage on this.
Oh, okay.
That do make sense.
The wyvern looks terrified. Its rider is dead almost straight away after a long time bonding. He looks terrified. It looks like he's about to flee.
Yeah, I give it the shoo.
Yeah. Cool.
That's me done.
Alrighty. It is Soko, the Orphan Maker's turn. Soko is belching up water and acid, and it's awful.
I look back and I'm like, what happened to that snappy tongue of yours?
Between belching up water, it says, "What did you do?"
Oh, you want to know? It only gets better from here. I hope you like having your mouth open. Because you only have 6 seconds before it stays closed.
It's gonna angrily attempt to do an acid breath.
Can it really breathe in to do an acid breath?
That's why I'm rolling to see if... That's why I'm seeing if it can attempt it.
Well, it's just filled with water.
you can
kills
fucking
itself.
try.
Cool. It spits up water all over you, Scarlet, in the general area. Drenching water in the rain.
Look, I'm used to the water. You're gonna have to try more than just water next time.
Swimming.
It spits up dozens of gallons of water just all over Scarlet. And then you see it has a moment to breathe. And it inhales and exhales. It passes its strength check in order to do a thing because it's full of water. It also passes a con save to take that breath in that single moment. However...
And it also saved to get its breath weapon back, I'm guessing.
It did last turn, yes. However, it unleashes a torrent in a line, because that's the way they spit,
Of water.
in this direction. I need
Oh.
Scarlet, Archie that night, and this other night to make me dex saves, please.
Shit.
This is gonna be funny.
19.
Scarlet succeeds. Archie, please.
I forgot I had mirror image going. I could have
You
just not let David hit anything. But I don't think it affects spells anyway.
To be honest, David was being attacked, whether it be by
Yeah.
this guy or this guy. So
Well, that's why I moved him, and I was like, I might as well move him and get him out of the way.
get him out. And it's fine. He's out of danger right there. Archie fails. This guy fails. This guy fails. The dragon goes to release what should have been a blast of acid. Instead, it's not acid. Scarlet, you take. You succeeded, Scarlet. Scarlet, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and are not knocked prone.
Oh, I love it.
Archie, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
Oh.
It's just water.
Oh my god, he's using tidal wave against us.
And it is a decent amount of the water that was in it. Not all. I will say that.
Mhm.
This guy is hit and falls off his wyvern and then hits the ground on his head and his neck snaps. This wyvern takes 11 and he's knocked prone. This guy is hit, falls off, but he was unharmed for the most part, and his wyvern is a little bit damaged. As the blast of water goes off, Archie, you estimate about 50% of the water that was in it has been expelled. That still leaves 50% in there, however, for you. Soko is still being very unwell all over you.
I have to go in a moment. Can I quickly just say what I want to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, I'm going to get up.
Yep.
There's 50% of the water left, right?
Yep. It's plenty to do what you want to do.
Well, the thing is, it's going to create a heap of ice as well anyway.
Yep.
Because Ice Storm creates ice. So... Yeah, I would... It creates a heap of terrain anyway because of the hailstorms of Ice Storm anyway. So,
Yep.
like, it's going to just be all in the stomach. So, basically, I'm just going to cast Ice Storm and then have Mini Archie move, like, lower out of the way or more into the dragon's throat area.
Yep.
And as soon as, depending on what happens, whether David's in a critical condition or something like that, I might go over there. But the thing is, like, I'm going to disintegrate into his throat, pretty much, on the next turn if it gets to that point. And then if it gets past that point, Archie... Archie's going to do another ice storm inside its stomach, but it's going to be thunder blowing up all the ice inside.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, ice storm, disintegrate, ice storm again, blowing up all the ice inside of his belly, if he's still alive.
Okay.
And the last ice storm will be at 5th level instead of 4th. But I need to head off. So.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you for play.
Rightio. Thank you for DM.
Play. Good fun. See you later.
Bye.
See you later.
Also, Matt, I
So-
forgot to say, can I have a spectre, please?
Oh yes, yes, you can. Actually, no, you can't.
Where?
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll make its token work. It's doing that thing. There you go. Scarlet, this dragon has thrown up half of its water on you.
I'm used to being in deep waters, so it's fine.
Although I imagine being thrown up on by a dragon is not the sort of thing you expected this morning.
Hey, Scarlet, you want a dragon-shaped swimming pool for your mansion?
I don't want to go inside of them now. David does need saving, however, I am not the one who can do it right now. I am the busy. Also, the reason why I asked, like, if he was flying when he got knocked to the ground with the water is that if he was, I would have been able to reaction attack him.
Yep. Oh no, he wouldn't. No, because it's not. Didn't have the choice. Like if you're forced into a thing, it doesn't count. But yeah, continuing on. What do you do?
No, it just says whenever they move.
Opportunity attacks are only if you willingly move.
I'm talking about my hold the line. It doesn't say if forced or not. It just says whenever they move.
I'm gonna say they have to have a choice. Otherwise, you can just pick a creature up and move it back and forth into your range to.
But I am going to give him a smackaroo.
Smack? Why? What did he do?
Puked on me.
As you swing at this dragon, carving into its form. To this point, as you're carving into it, the 29 did hit, by the way. At this point, as you're carving into its form, with every cut, there's brand new sprays of water as you're carving through it and releasing some of the torrent of water inside it.
Let me help you out with some of that water. Oh, that didn't help.
Swing another time, but this time unfortunately hits the carapace of its armor.
There we go.
That'll hit, and that's a good damage too.
22.
It is showing, it's now full of holes and water just spraying out, and it's throwing up everywhere, and it's bloated full of water, and it's awful.
Also, he's still in the radius of this, so 11. Half on a save of some sort.
He does succeed on a wisdom save.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Presume it's
save is.
I presume it's wisdom. Pretty sure it's wisdom.
Is it based on is my spellcasting ability wisdom?
It should be a set DC for your armor.
Ah, you never put one.
I meant to. If I haven't, I will fix it.
Cool.
I made a note. But anyway, it succeeded. Whatever it rolled, it succeeded. It rolled a lot.
Hit twice. He's marked regardless.
Is.
Archie looks fine. Can't help Tyken at the moment. Can't help David at the moment. So I'm going to second wind.
Hey.
17.
As you second wind back to nearly full hit point. Oh boy. And that's your turn?
Heal.
Oh. It's ally / David. So, firstly, that's Charlie, that's David. Okay.
He is blessed over there. So on his death save, he has a 1d4.
Yes, that's true. Good if you roll that. Ooh. Charlie. Charlie's
Options.
body begins to heal up. Charlie is going to move away, provoking an opportunity attack from this guy, who does take it. Charlie is hit twice. Freshly healed wounds on Charlie open once again, but Charlie gets next to David. Tycan,
Yes.
you see Charlie intentionally take damage as he runs away from an enemy in order to heal David.
Hey, good on Charlie.
And Charlie is going to cast Cure Wounds. David
Huzzah.
is not dying anymore. With that, Charlie stands up and turns and puts an arm in front of him to defend against this rider. That's his turn. It's now Archie's turn. Scarlet. Archie calls back, Scarlet,
Yes.
you might want to take a step back. As he waves his hands and a spell is released. It's going to be terrifying. Cool. Dragon takes 25 points of damage. Scarlet, well, all of you, as you see, Archie releases a spell, and suddenly all that water that's sloshing about inside the dragon stops sloshing. And instead you see jagged icicles protrude from its belly at all angles. From its belly and all the way up its neck where the water was, you see it just hardening into icy shards. It goes all the way along. And as the icy shards protrude from its form, suddenly blood on all of it. It's bleeding profusely. It is badly, badly injured. It is bloodied. There are now icicles just sticking out of its body. And the dragon is in absolute agony and having a terrible, terrible time.
Oh, somebody's got a stomachache.
Oh, ha ha.
There's dozens
Do
and
you need
dozens of
Pepto
tiny
Bismol?
holes where these icicles are stuck out. Archie's going to remain there. That's his turn. Is he Emmy's turn? This wyvern jumps into the air and flees. This one jumps into the air and flees. These two see Soko in a really bad way. Soko is in the middle of crying out in pain and screaming in agony. Soko looks back desperately at where Phaela should be and can't see Phaela, but instead sees Tycan walking towards him. And then looks back to these two knights and says, "You two, help me." You watch as these two knights look at Soko. This one here has a glaive pointed at Charlie. Says, "You melted two of our brothers not more than a moment ago, and now you have the audacity to ask for our help."
Not to mention,
I
he
like
called you
this.
guys worthless.
I like this knight's attitude, actually.
This one rides up next to the other one here, and they look at each other, and you can all hear what they say, as this one says to the other one, "Well, Our master asked for help. What say we help him? Let's carve all that ice out of him. And they fly out at the dragon.
Oh
Ah,
damn!
I like where the head's at.
And they're going to come at the dragon. They're going to attack it several times. That's the wrong creature. That one. The dragon is unable to move. Well, not much. Only one of the knights is able to pierce with a weapon. But the wyverns are commanded to attack. And both stingers miss, unfortunately. As the knights are doing damage, this dragon is more and more hurt. Phelan is unconscious. Tycan, this turn you can move with your movement to get to base contact with the dragon if you want.
I can will.
And it's, by the way, Tycan, it's thrashing about. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's having a bad day.
All right, Tyke will make 2 attacks.
Okay. The first one is going to hit, the second one is going to miss.
All right. Oh, I almost did that. All right, so now we can do this.
Oh my goodness. That is...
Come on, give me the cash. I want to smack. I want to smack it.
To Tycan, the first strike, you hit and carve at its back, and actually carve a section of its abdomen clean open. And you see, Tycan, the damage that Archie has done. His internal organs have been flooded with water, which has then been flash frozen solid and shattered among the organs. You believe, Tycan, even if the dragons ran at this point, it would not survive. The second strike, I will say, because you didn't hit in the second strike. The second strike hits a chunk of ice.
I went into the same groove and I just managed to get all ice, nothing else.
Yeah.
So just for flavor, he's gonna start to climb up the dragon's back as I end my turn, and as I end my turn, the dragon will take an additional 11 radiant damage.
Okay. As you start climbing on the dragon's back, it's easy enough to do because it's weighed down by all the ice.
And there's some ice step protruding on I can use as a step ladder.
Yes. You climb up there, and that's your turn. Sanrea.
I'm going to mark it.
Okay.
I'm gonna curse it.
Cursed.
Motherfucker. Oh, there we go. And then Kalaya is gonna run, jump onto the building, jump off over here. And as it's jumping off, I'm gonna jump off, and I can't. Hold on a second. I'm gonna then land on the back of the dragon to stab it.
Okay.
I can't.
Jump off, flying down.
Uno, memento, does I have bless, yes?
You are, but bless will not help in this situation.
Oh, damn. Seriously?
Seriously.
Well, maximum 4.
Man, what a fucking shit roll.
Yeah.
God, that
You-
pisses me off so much.
You do get a second attack.
I know, but 17.
You may roll bless for that one. That hit.
Okay. Uno,
AC
memento.
is 19.
Hold on, Slayer's Curse.
Yep.
So it takes an extra 4 damage. And I will also be smiting it.
Okay. How do you want to kill it?
I'm gonna go Thunder.
Yep.
And as I come down,
Mhm.
I go to stab it, it like shears off.
Mm.
I'll then actually full on stab it like straight through, and then I'll activate the thunder smite and explode the ice inside it, and its
Yeah.
like chest and stomach just fucking like just go everywhere.
Excellent. As bang, all of you see this like this shockwave of thunder damage just emanating from the dragon, which then bursts outward in all directions, and in the immediate vicinity around you, it's snowing.
I love that.
However, Danrea, this is not what you see.
Okay.
As you hit, there's suddenly a flash of blinding white light. As the flash fades, you're standing in that that stormy open plains where you last met the Stormlord. A bolt of lightning hits the ground in front of you, and that same that same figure made out of lightning wearing that armor, the one that you met a while ago, is there before you.
I do a polite curtsy.
It says, "You have slain a creature today, one that has committed unspeakable sins.
Yes. I was gonna be. I could be boastful, but I'm not going to. I know where
You
I
have
am.
you have done a great thing. There were those that believed you were not capable enough of such deeds, that you would be tempted by the power that you've been given so far.
You know, I'm. I'm actually offended.
And their defense, they said those who, not me.
Those who, and it answers, I was not one of them.
I believe you. I'm just saying that I'm offended.
The victims of Soko the Orphan Maker can now rest in peace, knowing that he is destroyed and burning in hell.
He certainly has a lot of sin to pay for.
There's time for him to pay for it. Your weapon. And he gestures a hand out, like gesturing for you to hand over your weapon.
It's mine. No. Oh. Oh. Hand it, I guess.
As he takes your sword, and it's as it appeared for you, like the voltage sort of idea.
Mhm.
Takes it, says, While Soko the Orphan Maker was a good kill, there are bigger kills to be made against worse sinners.
I'm thinking of an ancient red dragon. You know what I mean?
Oh, I was thinking of Scarlet.
There, there is a long list. Says the figure. As a bolt of lightning arcs out of the sky, slams into the figure, which then runs through the figure, and he channels it into the sword. Sword, the metal of the sword begins to be scarred with burn marks from lightning all the way up its blade. It visibly becomes sharper. And as the lightning subsides, the sword is crackling with lightning energy. Almost like a mix of lightning and radiant, but like lightning. Like bolts of lightning that are both divine and storm-like all the way up its surface. He hands the blade back to you.
Ooh, much appreciated.
As you hold it, you can hear this creaking coming from the metal of the sword. The blade becoming sharper and sharper. Says, "You have done a great thing today. Should you continue on this path of bringing justice to those who deserve it, and showing mercy to those who deserve it, then we will meet again."
Mercy's a really difficult thing.
It is difficult to temper when it is difficult to decide when to show mercy and when to slay. You have companions who are more skilled in that regard. But I await for you to dole out mercy or justice, and to show those who doubt you that they are wrong. Do you say anything else to him before it ends?
I'll say, as long as you and Tempest believe in me, I don't really care what the other people say.
Very good. Fitting of our champion. And then suddenly a bolt of lightning hits the ground right next to you, and you are suddenly back, and your sword is embedded in the back of the dragon, and the combat is over.
I would definitely drop my what you do then.
Pathenrea,
You.
you know your pack weapon handout? It's called pack weapon. It's in the bottom of your
Oh yeah,
weapon
pack
as you
weapon.
grab
Yeah,
slaughter.
yeah.
I'm updating it right now. It was just a spellcasting focus with a +1 to hit. That's its new thing. It's now a +1 spellcasting focus. It now has a +2 to attack and damage rolls. It deals 1d6 lightning or radiant damage on a hit, your choice, and it has the reforming thing.
So does that mean that I can make it do 2d6 lightning or 1d6 lightning, 1d6 radiant?
So it does 1d6 bonus damage.
Yeah, but it already does
That
1d6 bonus damage.
It does another one.
Woo!
but yeah, the 1d6 of the weapon normally is lightning.
Yeah.
So the other 1d6 could be radiant as well, or lightning as well, if you wanted to.
Sick.
Sorry. I will also add to its description, awakened. Just to remind me where it's at.
Oh, back.
I forgot I had draw boots of water walking. Let's go.
But you guys watch as Thanrea pulls her sword out of the dead dragon.
And it does 2
It's-
damage extra. Fuck yes, man.
It's different as Thanrea's sword comes out of the dragon. It's like it's sharper. It's arcing with lightning just naturally.
He-Man.
What do you do? Or wrap up pretty shortly. I don't want things to sound too much, but
Immediately, Tyken would point at the knights and be like, I suggest you turn over a new leaf.
they look at each other and look at you and say, I thought that was obvious by what we did here.
Continue
I
down the
will-
path.
While I'm still cloaked in fucking darkness
Yeah.
with a radiant glowing weapon, I will look at the two and say, your assistance was much appreciated. And maybe choose better allies next time.
They look at you and say, it wasn't much of a choice. And this is a difficult thing for us to do, as they look at each other. When Nivixel learns of what we've done here, our villages will be wiped out.
I'm going to take care of Nivixal.
We
I-
all
And-
will.
I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pick her up.
I will mention to them. Does that include you failing here? Because sure, if you return alive, that might happen, but you don't have to return right now. And remember, this lizard also died, so Nivixal can't exactly hold you accountable for this thing's death. So if you lay low for now, then things might work out. Or come with us.
They shake their heads and say, Nivixel has means. He has the allies. He has allies in the form of spellcasters, the hag, who can speak with the dead.
Well, they were dead before you made your decision here, so speak with dead isn't going to do them much good. Except for him, but don't worry, I'll be taking care of this dragon.
We're gonna
Body.
be using this dragon for parts, so there's nobody who's gonna know.
Nivixel always finds out.
Well, we better go kill him before he does, then, don't we?
Both the knights seem to be unsure of what to do, as they just sort of contemplate their decision.
You know, I feel like you underestimate us too much. I'm starting to feel hurt.
They look at you and they look at Scarlet. Say, well, your bravery can certainly not be questioned, but Nivixel is a force of nature.
Your point.
Well, that's impressive. And he gestures at the icicles and the water that's all over the ground from this dragon that just got destroyed by Archie. Well, that's impressive. It doesn't come close to how much Nivixel can take. What Nivixel can do.
Forgive me for sounding arrogant here, but you can't judge us based off of you.
You don't understand. We've spent our entire lives underneath Nivixel's boot or claw.
I mean, I do understand.
We've seen what he can do, what he is willing to do.
I'm gonna put her on silver.
Okay. By the way, the moment she got knocked out, Tycan, her nightmare disappeared.
I figured.
But
No, that is understandable.
we haven't killed an ancient dragon yet, have we?
No, you haven't.
No,
No.
not in this life.
Boom, TM.
Later rather than sooner, TM.
Tyken will just say, "You won't get anywhere if you're afraid of dying."
We aren't afraid of dying. We're afraid of our villagers dying.
And that should be something to fight back for.
He sighs, and then gestures at Phaela, who's now on the back of Silver. Did you kill her?
No. As I've been saying to her, I wanted to speak to her.
And she'll be useful when the time comes.
The knights both hesitantly nod.
He says, "You may accompany us while she is under my care, but I will request that there will be no whispering amongst you three when she wakes up."
That is understandable.
And Tyken's going to see about getting this weird weapon out of her hands.
Yeah. If you'd like to make me an how do you do it? I will ask. So to do it.
Well, I wish I had a spell slot. I would just do remove curse,
I mean,
but I don't.
I can take it.
Oh, yeah. If you can, go right ahead.
I'll grab the spear,
The glaive. Yep.
and the glaive.
The moment you touch it, Thanrea,
Mm.
you feel something run through you, like a cold chill. You can still see around you. You can still see Tycan looking at you, the knights there, Phaela on the back of that horse, Scarlet there. But there's a figure standing in the middle of them. Spectral, only visible by you. Very clearly, you ascertain, is a part of this weapon. An old woman with black stringy hair, virtually no teeth, black gums, in a really scary smile, and there's black goo pouring out of her eyes like she's crying. But she's also smiling. You're looking at a hag.
Oh, that's where
says-
the hag is.
It says, "Oh, hello, dear. Who are you?"
Tarkin.
Hmm.
This is some bad juju, man.
Would you like to be wielded? Sorry, she says, "Would you like to wield my weapon, Black Rose?"
Mm,
in a flurry of movement, almost like a horror movie sort of movement, like monster movement, she's suddenly right in your face. You will be invincible if you do.
As invincible as the last person?
Her own weaknesses were passed on, but I see no such weakness in you.
I
Consider
don't
this
need.
to be consider this to be a pact of sorts. I sense you're
don't-
familiar with them.
How do I word this? I do not wish to have a weapon this week. If I was gonna wield you, you should be begging me to do so.
It's not the weapon, but the wielder. Fela was weak. But she was the best I could do given the situation. But you, I could work with. Or even with him. And the hag looks at Tycan.
Good luck with that one. Tarkin,
You're
she's
right.
interested in you. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Spoken for. Thank you, though.
Or her, and gestures at Scarlet. Imagine what I could do with that.
What benefit do you provide?
I can enhance their body far beyond their physical limits. Wither people upon a mere touch and take their sight away.
Did I just hear a red flag?
Out of game, she basically explains you get an extra attack as part of your attack action. You do an extra 2d8 necrotic damage on a hit, and whenever you hit someone, you can force them to make a con save or be blind for a minute.
Oh. I swear that she said and go blind.
Yeah. Sorry. Take an opponent's sight away.
There you go.
Well, those are very attractive offers.
Indeed, and it comes virtually free of charge.
I was just about to ask, but what's the catch?
It's no catch at all. You just need to kill someone once a week for me.
Does it have to be human?
Oh, they can be whatever they like as long as they're innocent. And she grins at you with his like toothless smile.
What does... See, a deer that's running through the forest is innocent.
Perhaps I wasn't clear. An innocent creature that's death would satisfy me.
What happens if I don't fulfill this one death a week?
Then I would get my own satisfaction. And the hag tilts her head viciously, and you hear the sound of bone crunching as Fela's arm begins to be crushed by the vine around her arm.
Oh, is the... I didn't realize it was still attached.
It's still attached. It's attached until otherwise said so. It cannot be let go of.
I cut off her arm.
I was about to do the same thing. We can fix
Cool.
that.
Christ.
As you, in one smooth strike, chink, the arm is cut off. The weapon clatters to the ground and the vines instantly retract into the weapon.
Mm. I will pick up her arm, and I will attach it and use my 11 points of healing hands to reattach it.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
No? Why not?
No,
Oh,
Why not?
you need the regeneration spell for that.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
okay, I heal the wound then.
Okay, that'll do.
Don't worry. I'm sure she would rather have not the arm.
Mm. Now I pick up the. Well, actually, you know, I ain't gonna. Wait. Was I touching it?
You were sort of touching it while
Mm.
Phaler's hand was unable to be removed from it.
Mm-hmm.
So you sort of just touched it, and the moment you touched it to do anything with it at all, you were able to talk to the hag.
See. And now it's on the ground.
Now it's on the ground.
Mm.
I'm going to try something.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I have an angelic weapon. I'm going to stab it with my weapon. My adamantine angelic sword.
I was also gonna hit it with my weapon that does radiant damage.
Well, firstly, Tyken.
Just two
You're
monkeys just smash.
Firstly, Tyken, your divine
Mhm.
sense automatically picks up this is a fiend.
Oh, wow.
It's bad. it's so evil.
I ain't gonna lie, Targan. Just saying.
Hmm.
I was tempted. It's a very good weapon. But you have to kill one innocent person a week that would satisfy the hag. And I think that might be the Vines thing. I'm unsure if Phaler was actually fulfilling that part. So, but I don't know the way it works.
One of the knights steps up at that point, watching this, and says, "That sounds about right. Once a week, she would be dispatched to a random village to cut down a random innocent person."
Yeah. Yeah. It you gotta do what you gotta do. Very attractive weapon. However, now it's not attached. I don't want to touch it anymore because the vines might touch me.
And
I'm gonna
even as
try
you're
and kill it.
standing, cool. As you go try and kill it, Tyken, make a
Mhm.
attack roll.
I also smash. Can I smash as well?
You can make attack roll.
Smash. Oh,
Tyken,
hold on. Uh, I got a crit, so 2d6 for that plus another 2d6. So there we go. So it's gonna be, what is it? I think 7 of that is gonna be radiant. Radiant smash.
awesome. Now here's the thing: magic items are usually unbreakable.
I don't know.
However, Tycan, you would know for certain that hitting something with your adamantine angelic longsword
Uh-huh.
should be enough to do damage,
Uh-huh.
especially with Sandrea critting. You
It
know
will
it,
do that.
if it was a standard magical weapon, even one made by Archie, it would show some wear and tear after an impact like that. It does not at all. No damage at all.
Oh,
Tarkin,
wow.
I think this is a pretty strong weapon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Tycan, I'll get you to make me a religion check with advantage.
Let's go. And there's Tyken.
Can I?
Yeah.
No, I was say, can I put my sword in the ground and pray to Tempest to smite this thing?
Yeah. You can. So I'll get you to make a religion check as well.
My religion is very bad. Ah! Why? Out of all the times, just give me a natural 20, you fuck.
Cool. No, this works a flavor. Tycan, seeing this, you need to have a moment to reflect, to figure out what to do, because this thing can't be broken by your angelic blade. You're not sure what can. But Tycan, for the first time, the voice of Irana in your head, your angelic guardian,
Uh-huh.
isn't there.
Oh, wow.
And Rhea, you can't connect to your patron either.
Oh. Oh. What?
It's almost, and you both notice this, and Tycan, because you rolled more than a 10, you sort of notice this, Tycan, and I presume you take a step back to have to ponder the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And as you take a step back, you feel whatever effect is dampening your connection to Arana is weakened as you step away from the weapon.
Ah.
This thing is so evil, it severs the connection between Celestials.
God. Bad is bad.
What do you do?
Mm,
Can I roll a religion?
You can. Make a religion check.
Do we get another religion roll if we back away?
You can attempt it.
no, I wouldn't mind.
Uh,
Okay.
What I'll do is Scarlet's roll will count for you guys.
A 3.
No, advantage if you help Scarlet.
Oh, okay.
Scarlet, you step up. How do you want to examine this, Scarlet? As someone who doesn't follow a god as such.
She looks at it and pulls out the oath sword and says to the guy inside, "Can you or the moon help me with this?" So she goes to stab into the sword.
When you said the moon, I just pictured the moon being like, "I got you," and just plummeting
Scarlet.
towards us.
So Scarlet,
She's of the blue moon.
your connection with the Oath Sword is not a connection with the Celestial.
Correct.
As the Oath Sword hits this cursed glaive, it doesn't do damage. But you're again on that battlefield with Sir Siegfried, the Honourable. Sir Siegfried says to you, "This weapon is beyond my power to destroy."
Got any ideas?
I sense great evil within it, and in a flash, suddenly the battlefield melts away, Scarlet.
Well,
And
I
you,
mean, we
and
can
you
fight the evil
see,
here.
and you see, and that it's not your fighting; it's you're being shown by Sir Siegfried. The battlefield melts away, and in its place, you see a large, colossal throne room filled with flows of lava and flayed people just hanging like decorations in front of a colossal throne made out of skulls and bones and gore. Sitting upon it is a creature you've never seen but read stories about. This is Asmodeus.
Huh. Would you look at that?
Before Asmodeus, on the before, like in front of the throne, you see the hag as described by Thanrea.
Oh.
So evil, it's leaking this black goo from its body, and it's just making a little pool around it. And Asmodeus says, in Infernal, which is translated by Siegfried. I don't take betrayal well, Black Rose. How will you repay me for this treachery? Black Rose says, how about the souls of the innocent? I could harvest them for you. Asmodeus says, I want one soul a week for the next 10,000 years. Then I will consider your debt to me paid. Are we clear? Black Rose says, I understand. And I'm willing to do what must be done, my lord. Asmodeus then raises his hands and clicks his devilish fingers together, and suddenly the hag is enveloped in magic and turned into the glaive. The glaive then teleported to the material plane. The vision fades and you're back on that battlefield, and Siegfried says, that is all I can glean of this glaive's history. It is a dark object.
Hmm. Got any idea of what to do with it? Since we're having troubles smacking into oblivion.
Well, I was hoping that a god could smite it, but it
Um,
seems.
That's all Siegfried says here.
Yeah, I was replying to Siegfried.
Yep,
Oh,
yep. So
sorry.
Siegfried says, it looks to me as if this hag needs to pay a debt back to Asmodeus. I wonder what would happen if she wasn't able to feed.
How do we go about doing that?
Perhaps sealing the blade away somewhere where it can't hurt anyone ever again.
Gotcha. I appreciate the help.
It has been my honor to help you fight and help you discover answers. And with that, the vision fades, the battlefield disappears, and you're there just holding the blade against the glaive. And as you're holding the oath blade against the glaive, you can see little tendrils of black rosy thorns trying to wrap around the tip of your sword.
Oop, she pulls it back, and she looks at the oath, so it's like, you gotta talk more often. And then she sheaths it.
Yep.
All right.
Scarlet's being
Asmodeus
crazy
weapon.
again.
We gotta seal it forever.
How?
Matt, what did you say
I didn't
about
say anything.
locations?
Oh, seal it somewhere where it can't be used.
Oh yeah, just somewhere where it can't be used. There was
Are
no
you gonna touch it?
There was no specific declaration of where it should go, but somewhere where it can be sealed. As for touching it, I feel like that's a terrible idea.
Exactly.
I will say, I'll step in for Archie at this point. Archie, who's in the process, who's just finished investigating his handiwork on the dragon, steps forward and says, "Oh, I could send it away, or perhaps we could reach out to Tasha."
As long as Tasha doesn't touch it, sure.
I'm pretty sure Tasha could like manhandle this thing and be fine. That's out of game.
I mean, Tasha could probably create her own little pocket dimension to put it in.
Oh, she says, actually, yeah, she's done that before. Now I think about it. For
Classic.
bad items. And people.
Note to self: don't piss her off.
um,
So
the glaive just sits on the ground. Little tendrils coming of rosy thorns reaching out and various things, grabbing onto bits of rock and ice, but unable to find purchase on anything. It's desperately trying to get a new wielder.
Oh, it's so pitiful. I'm glad you guys didn't have to see what I saw. Nasty.
Hags are pretty nasty. And as you say that, suddenly the storm, the lightning begins to fade. The rain becomes a bit of a drizzle. And then it stops. And then the clouds begin to part. And as the clouds begin to part, you can see the very beginnings of sunrise of a clear day. And that's where I'll call it there, if that's cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
That
good.
is fine by me.
Yay.
Thank you for DM.
Thank you for playing. Hope you had fun.
I sure did.
Didn't expect Archie's shenanigans on that dragon. That's going to be
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
I'm just happy that I've been trying to talk to this woman since we met, and I finally can.
Yep.
Without
oh,
him.
one
Even
thing
if
I
I
will
have to
say.
tie her one remaining hand to both of her ankles.
Yep. One thing I will say before we can completely wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
These two knights will mention at some point as you're doing things. Baylor did not have a choice in attuning to that weapon.
See, that's what Tyken wanted to know, because he wants to know how hard he should try to get her a new arm. If she attuned to it on purpose, well, she's on her own for that. Since it was forced on her, he'll help her out.
Yep. Well, sorry. The knight, one of the knights explains. She was told by Nivixel, attune to the weapon or melt. So
I mean,
whether you think that to be a choice, I mean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yeah, I would have probably picked up the glaive as well.
Yeah. You can talk to Phaela next session if you like. You can heal her and do
I
things.
sure would.
She wakes up without an arm. Ah!
I mean, to be fair, she thought she was going to die, so she should be happy.
True,
Yeah.
and she's no longer attached to
Yeah.
that fucking.
Yeah. Nasty thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I did think about this prior to the session though. I did think like, what happens if you get the weapon and try to break it? You can break magic weapons, but you can't break an Asmodeus crafted weapon.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
who
here's
thought?
a fun fact about Asmodeus.
Oh dear.
He's actually a coatl.
Okay.
No joke.
I
A gigantic coatl god, but he's the evil counterpart of the, or he's the evil counterpart of the good coatl god. He's a gigantic serpent, and he's really badly injured. That's why he keeps eating all these souls. He's trying to get better.
I find it funny that I have a pseudo sentient sword.
You do.
That is fun.
Hey,
That's
Siegfried's
cool,
oath sword is
sword.
badass.
That is like the same as a cursed weapon, but it's not cursed.
No, it's not cursed.
It's a
Sentient
sentient
weapons.
weapon.
Yeah,
so-
but
so
like
sen-
cursed
so
weapons are
sen-
also sentient weapons. Most of the
Not
time,
always.
they're
Not-
just evil.
Not always. Not always.
Well,
Sometimes curses are just part of the weapon. Enchantment.
the good ones, anyway.
Even evil ones. There is a demon armor or whatever it is,
Yeah,
which is
demon
like,
iron. Can't
which
take
is
it
like
off.
if if you attune to it, you're stuck with it. You can't take it off, and I believe you get like vulnerability to damage or something like that. As well.
You have like some sort of like bad resistance to devils or something.
Yeah, you have like resistance to slashing, but weakness to piercing or something like that. It's
I'll look it up real quick.
something like that. But yeah, there's
sounds
like a curse is a different to a sentient weapon, but a sentient weapon that's cursed is really really bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't doff it unless targeted by remove curse. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against demons and on saving throws against their spells and special abilities.
Yes,
But
that's the one.
it is +1 plate armor. And it also has claws attached to it that also has a +1 with a damage of 1d8 with each.
Yep.
And count as unarmed.
Yeah.
I don't see a downside.
You are literally weak against demons in every aspect.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
if you don't fight demons, you're not weak, are you?
Can't change the armor if you find a new one unless you find a remove curse.
So why would you change it?
It reminds me of an armor I made in the Sentinel of Avernus, but you never picked it up.
Fuck.
Which was a Rakshasa hired cloak
Oh, that
made
sounds
from
cool.
made from Rakshasa. You have immunity to spells of 6th level or lower and resistance to all damage.
But
Except for when that Rakshasa finds you. You have vulnerability to all its spells, disadvantage on saving throws against those spells, and are vulnerable to all damage that the Rakshasa deals.
and the Rakshasa is gonna find you.
And the Rakshasa knows where you are at all times because that's part of his own hide.
what happens when the Rakshasa does?
When the Rakshasa finds you?
When it dies, what happens to the armor?
Does it stay or
It stays. Rakshasas reform.
even in the
Yes,
hells?
that's right.
Not in the hells. But that's why the
But-
Rakshasa. Sorry.
So
The Rakshasa will not reform if it dies in the hells.
then it's fine.
So you'd have to
So
go
if it
to the hells, find it, and then kill it to
And
have
kill it-
really
and kill it there,
legendary
but-
armor.
But that's assuming the Rakshasa's not in the hells.
But that's
So the-
also assuming the
yeah.
Rakshasa's dumb enough to fight you in the hells.
Exactly.
Bear in mind, Rakshasas are freaking evil. There's a story I read about a Rakshasa that took down an entire temple of anti-fiend knights by infiltrating them and corrupting them to the point where they lost their favor of their god.
Elrond, is that you?
Over the course of several hundred years, and also outlawed the knights' ability, made it illegal for the knights to use spears because those are piercing weapons which have extra effect against Rakshasas.
That's funny.
Like just, but yeah. Anyway, hope you all had fun.
And did
Yeah.
indeed.
I sure did. Thank you for DM.
Lot of fun.
Yay! Yeah, I tried. I'm liking the idea of making villains that aren't actually villains, like because that fits in with Taiken's whole thing, right?
Well, I like villains who are realistic,
Yeah,
like that have troubles and worries that, you can work with, I guess.
yeah, like villains that aren't eat the baby evil.
Yeah, I'm bad, therefore I'm bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
misguided.
misguided.
Is-
Yeah, that's a good term. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Yay! And you have
Um,
2 Tiamat Knights, or formerly Tiamat Knights.
So
Dragon was evil. Dragon was kick the baby evil. Like, but it's a black dragon. What do you expect?
True. I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm gonna be available for the 13th, but I'm unsure.
Oh, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Actually, I may not be. I have a thing.
Thing.
I have a thing.
The thing.
Oh no, I'm free for the next ages. So yeah,
Okay.
the next thing I have is after this game anyway, but on the 3rd of April.
I will. If not available, I'll hopefully be able to fucking say before a day before, assuming the fucking. See, I just get told what we're doing.
Okay. Well, if you're not available next week,
Mm.
do we want to do a one shot?
I'm usually down for those.
Because I
Sounds
think
fine by me.
because
Well,
I think I
hopefully
told
get-
I think I told Sol. I don't think I told you, except you know Chat GPT.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Did I tell you, Sept, about this?
Uh-uh.
So you know what Chat GPT is, right?
Sounds familiar, but no.
It's an AI chatbot.
Oh yeah.
Like people are using it to pass university exams and stuff. It's ridiculous. Like it can write essays and things. It's crazy. Anyway, I have a free use thing of Chat GPT, and I can use it to write one shots for me.
Oh,
That's
that's fun.
funny as fuck.
So I have a bunch of one shots I could run if you wanted to.
Well, hopefully I'm available, but
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're available, we'll play this. Otherwise, we'll play one shot.
Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys. Hopefully talk to you guys next week then.
Yay! Thank you
Yeah,
for
I'll talk to you guys
play.
next week too. I have got to actually
Bye.
skid on dental. I've got stuff
you
I
for
want to do with the
play.
lady, so.
Thank you for
Well,
You have a lady right here. You have a lady right here.
Also, I've been looking through all the enchantment spells recently.
Y'all have a good one.
Okay,
There's
see you,
some-
bicep. Thank you for play.
There's some
Yes, thank you.
fun enchantment spells.
Mm.
I honestly don't know why I'm thinking this far ahead for my next character, but I feel like if I don't start now, I'll never be able to finish it in time.
It's a while away. Yeah, it's a very long while away. But
I know.
it should be good though. Bear in mind that the next campaign will be a low magic setting, so while you'll still have your wizard things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you get access to like 5th level spells, you'll be arguably one of the strongest casters in the city.
Yeah. Odo's irresistible dance.
Yep.
Mass suggestion.
Mm.
What else is 6th
Oh, man.
level in enchantment? Fuck, there's nothing else in 6th
Oh.
level.
You should be so happy that you jumped on this dragon when you did, though.
Oh, you talking about me going face to face with it?
Yeah, going face to face, and Archie's thing completely thwarted all its plans.
Mm-hmm.
It had Shadow of Moyle that it could cast.
I don't know what that does. Hold on. I'm in the fucking list right now.
Every time you hit it, you take 2d8 necrotic damage. It would have resistance to radiant damage, and it counts as being heavily obscured, so you have disadvantage to hit it.
Doesn't sound too bad.
You know what? It's really strong. You know why I didn't cast it?
Why?
Its mouth was full of water.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't speak.
It's kind of fucked.
Mm.
Damn. Some of these enchantment spells I just can't get.
Which ones?
Like Zone of Truth. Unless Enchantment Wizard already
could-
gets that.
Let's have a look. Not usually. But if you wanted that, I'd be happy to let it happen.
Because I'm going enchantment wizard.
I feel like an enchantment wizard should have access to Zone of Truth, personally.
There is a good there is a decent amount of spells, but not many that are wizard only. Well,
If you got level 20 with that character, would you get powered kill or stun?
psychic scream.
Psychic Scream.
Stun is 8th level.
Oh yeah, get both. Get both. Mass Suggestion would be a fun one to have.
Oh well, no. Mass suggestion is like the main one I want on the character.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like, if you don't remember, she wants to mass suggest an entire field so she can just draw the battle.
Yep.
And I looked
Ooh.
at enchantment wizard, and this is a huge ass ad. Get out of my face.
Imagine not using adblock.
Imagine new computer.
Imagine not using adblock. Imagine not giving me a computer. Like,
I needed the computer. Let's see, hypnotic gaze. As an action, choose one creature you see within 5 feet. Wisdom
Where is that
save
spell?
or be charmed. No, it's a enchantment wizard. And they
Oh, that
their
thing, right,
speed
yeah.
becomes 0, becomes incapacitated, and visibly dazed.
You know what's really strong, Sol?
What?
The 10th level enchantment wizard thing, split enchantment.
Isn't that,
When you cast an enchantment
yeah.
spell at first level or higher that targets one creature, you have to target 2. Guess what?
Hmm.
Power word kill it's a single target enchantment spell.
Yeah. But I would
Which
need
means
to
you can
wait until
you
level
can
17.
which means you can insta kill 2 creatures at once.
I also get alter memories at 14th. Instinctive charm at 6th. So I'm probably gonna be like charisma and charisma and intelligence.
Yeah. Do it. Do a suboptimal wizard. That's not dexterous at all.
Also hypnotic gaze. That's gonna be amazing for making her art because once they're charmed, she can just use her action to just continue the effect.
Yep.
And as long as they stay within
Yeah.
5 feet.
Or take damage, which is fine because you're drawing them and you're not actually hurting them.
Nope. Just keeping both of them out of the fight.
It's really strong, actually.
Honestly, that would be really cool because she would do this ability when they're like fighting her, so their hands are raised above their head, trying to swing at her. She just does the gaze and just like, this is a perfect position.
To be like, just like that. Hold it right there.
Perfect. Unfortunately, it's only once a long rest, but
that's fine.
Yeah, I am excited. I've only ever played one wizard, and it didn't go very long. So I'm excited to play an actual, like, not like one of those destruction wizards.
I will say this: I don't think that campaign will go beyond like level 14. But with that said, I intend to use that world several times.
Yeah.
And be like, have that campaign, and then after that ends, have another campaign in the same world which overlaps or is just after. With things, so sort of let you guys build the world a bit and shape how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll play after the wizard though.
I don't know. That's a long time away. It's fine.
I know. I'll have plenty of time.
For now, you have a disarmed paladin. Get it? Get it? She's disarmed.
Yeah,
Because she's-
yeah, I get it.
Anyway, I'm going to jump off because it is 40 degrees outside right now.
Oof,
That's in Celsius.
oof.
That converts to 104.
Common motions. Damn it, that's not wizard. You can figure that out later. You can probably get some of these. Because I really wish there was more enchantment spells. There's not that many. It's like,
I would be open for you to make a spell as well.
enchantment
Like-
spell. that'd
Like do an Archie, and like if you have an idea for a spell, we can make a spell.
be- yeah. I don't know how well I'd be able to do that, but I'm down to figure that out.
Yeah, just take an existing spell and modify it slightly. Like the arcane lock on a mouth thing, like that works. Like anyway, I'm gonna jump off. Is the stream still going? I don't know if it is.
I'm gonna end it after.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's basically over.
I will.
Have a nice night.
You too. Oh, get ready for next session, Soul. Do you know why?
Why?
Order of the Blue Moon time coming along.
Oh, yay. Hype.
Yay! You get to meet. Get to
People.
meet. Get to meet. Order, and they're all made. All ready to go.
Hell yeah.
And you can learn. You can train anything that they know. You could train.
Sweet.
So you could train this move. It's called self-destruct.
No thanks. Wouldn't work on me anyway. This last stand would keep me alive.
Hey, you can do it twice.
Look, now. I already get enough flack from the rest of the party. I don't need it from you.
Well, actually, you know, you should play on your streams. It'd be really funny.
What?
So there's a game called Pokemon Infinite Fusion.
Oh no.
Basically, you can fuse Pokemon infinitely, and you can get things like Dugstruction.
God.
You can get this. I'm gonna send you a picture. It's ridiculous.
No, I have enough to stream.
No, you could get this. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Basically, you can fuse any Pokemon with any other Pokemon, right?
Are you telling me you fuse like a bunch of Doug trios together?
Yes.
Doug Struck.
There's also trying to find the thing. There's a really dumb. It's really dumb. It has artwork like there's this. I'll send you that in a sec. I can't find it. It's like yeah, there it is. There's a miniature version of it. So you can fuse any Pokemon with any other Pokemon. So you can fuse like a Magnetite with a
Oh my god.
with an Onix to get that, or you can fuse a bunch of those together to get one of them, and you can fuse a bunch of them together to get like an ultimate ultimate like ultimate one of them. It has like 15 of them. And like, yeah, and this one, and it's ridiculous. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
sounds ridiculous.
no one's streaming it, and it's really funny. Like, Like infinite possibilities.
Wait, isn't that already a Pokemon technically? A dragon with 3 heads?
No. Is it? No. That's Dratini with multiple heads.
Oh no, I was thinking about the blue, red, and black 3-headed dragon. Kind of looks like that, I think. I don't know.
Maybe. There's a bunch. Oh my gosh, this is a thing. Wow.
All right.
Tangela cross with Onyx.
Oh no. God, that is cursed. All right, give me a second. All right, everyone, have a nice night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Most likely, I guarantee I will stream tomorrow. I promise.